What up, YouTube? We are back with another Warcraft Rumble video, and in this one we are taking on Baron Geddon. This fight has changed dramatically since the last time we've done it, which is why we're doing this updated series. Now, before we get to it, I do want to give a very special shout out to Warcraft Rumble for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys for working with us. Now, once again, Baron Geddon has changed pretty dramatically. He used to basically use harpies and maybe a gargoyle and then cheat death and then just nuke it down. Like, it was almost a go-to must-use strategy. It almost didn't matter what leader you used as long as you had those three minis, which is gargoyle, harpies, and cheat death. Well, after some adjustments, probably for the better, you actually have to do this fight, which makes it a little bit harder. So wow, I combined those two words and mixed them up. Baron Geddon still goes around the map like he normally does, spawning lots and lots of minions, but this is where Ren Blackhand is truly king, because he does make flying units cheaper, which is going to be the majority of what you do. Now, the biggest thing here is that you do want to tackle all of, and I'm gonna go ahead and start playing it. Now, once again, I apologize, I don't have any audio because I muted it all the way until Ragnaros, so whoopsie. But anyway, so big thing here is gold control and getting your Baron out non-stop, so that way you can have a cheap flying units at all times. You can see that my partner already has their Rend going out. I don't have mine, and I'm actually capped, so I'm trying to like figure out like what's the best strat for this. And you really want to use I use both the pilot as well as dark or miner, the miner. The portable miner. I use him all the time for this map. Now you can see that we're just focusing down the units. Now I knew that this push to the left was coming with a gargoyle, so this is when I chose to use my Rend, because neither of these can attack my Rend, but I can get a lot of value with both my Rend as well as my harpies. And more importantly, can continue my push to that tower, which is a really important thing. You want to have the towers as much as possible, but you want to be mindful of where Baron is throughout this fight, because he will literally just take the tower back. So you want to make sure you're smart with your minis. Now he is sort of I don't even have to look at it. I know where he is. Like, he's at the basically complete south of the map, rotating around. You can see I sent someone a voicemail because I am just focused in on this. Now this is obviously pre-recorded, because that's what I could do at the time. You know, I wasn't sitting on my computer, and I did have my phone, which is one of the awesome things about Warcraft Rumble, that you can play it on the go wherever you can. So yeah, now you can see that we got two towers now. Baron is now rotating towards our tower. So now I went ahead and tried to tank it a little bit with a gargoyle. You can see I get a little bit of damage on it. He does have 3 phases, and I'm going to tell you right now, the last phase, you're going to want to watch it to the very end, because it is rough. Now, I don't actually have a cheat death here. So instead, I just sort of stack up my units, and you see that my partner is as well. So we're going to go ahead and get a decent amount of damage done and try to get this gold as well while we're delaying it. You can see, actually, I almost went all the way back to my gargoyle, which is fantastic. Now, this is phase 1. You get the... you can see that this is phase 1, where all of the... fire elementals are now spawning, so we do want to make sure we tackle those as much as we can. Now, we almost actually pushed him into phase 2. Well, I guess this would have been phase 2. Now pushing into phase 3. Phase 1 is just him walking around. So you basically just get a bunch of ads and fire elementals that spawn around you, and your job first is just to focus on keeping your turrets alive as much as possible. Let's see. So you can see now we got this fire death tornado, and it is annoying to deal with, and it's rough. It actually does a ton of damage. So you want to be cognizant of both it as well as Baron. Now, Baron's already past half health, almost like we literally have him teed up ready to go into phase 3 at this point, which is fine, because we're almost ready to take him there. So we're just doing our best to try to get these towers as much as we can. You can see that right now I don't think we have any towers, which is a little rough, actually. So we're clearing out our base, and then we're going to look to finish these guys off. I think I go ahead and use, I was going to say, we use spells to clean that off. Okay, cool. That spell did nothing. All right, so we have 1 tower, and Baron's on top of it. So this is not ideal. We probably should have gone for the turret to my left. Well, that way, because that way it would to the west of Barron, because that way we could have just completely avoided all of this cluster that we're now dealing with. You can see he's on. We now again have no towers, but I do have a nice little gargoyle pushing, but he's about to get melted by this if I can get enough punches in there. You can see the tornado has fully made it around the bottom of the map and is now at the top. He's now in phase 3, which means we get another tornado and more fire elementals. So all fun. This is great. Are you having fun? Because I'm having fun. This is actually a very stressful fight. So now you can see we have a ton of ads coming through the top, and we're going to want to make sure we answer those as quickly as possible. But there are lots of fire elementals. Eek, phase 3 can be rough because even though we have towers, we are literally about to lose it all. Lose it all. We're losing it all. This is a loss. Dang, brother. So I went ahead and left the loss in there so you guys could learn from our mistakes and sort of see the phases. Now, this is the final deck that we did end up going with. So before I queue this one up, I did want to show it to you. So we are using Rend as well. Of course, we are using the Drake, Mother Drake, so she's laying the eggs, Dark Iron Miner, Harpies, basically all the flying things. We got 4 flying things, and then our Unbound minis to collect gold as much as possible. So if we go ahead and play it, and fast forward a little bit, I adjust my my valor accordingly, and now we go back into the fight. Now we know that we should be able to handle it. We know what it took and what we failed at. Truly, the issue there was that we didn't have enough towers before we pushed him into phase 3. So phase 1 is right now, where you're just trying to get gold and get tower control, and keep an eye at all times on Barron. So you can see he's over there. Well, I guess over there for y'all. And we are pushing into that first tower, and you basically just get the towers behind him. And the reason being, if you don't know, is that you basically have the most time for that tower because he just passed it. So the rest of the towers are going to be visited sooner than the tower that he just passed, if that makes sense. Because again, he goes in at sort of a clockwise rotation. My gargoyle just decided to not attack the tower. I thought that was really weird. I don't know if it was like a mapping thing where like he like took a turn too fast, but I was like, hey bro, tower's over there. Anyway, so we're gonna get the tower, don't worry about it. So I get to go ahead and spawn my Rend, and now we have more of a presence all over the field. I'm probably gonna play my gargoyle here in a second. Oh, went for the Mother Drake. And then I do have that nice 2 thing of gold that I'm going to want. Yeah, buddy. You want to make sure you get as much gold as you can. And you see that my partner and our main push is focusing on that turret while I sort of skip around and go to the other one. So this should help us get decent control. Barron... Ooh. What was that, actually? That wasn't Barron. Something just destroyed our whole push down there, but we did get it. So this is good. This is good. Now, okay, Barron is actually off to the left. I am going to get the tower in time, which is perfect, which means that we're going to be able to stall Barron a little bit. Now, thankfully, my partner did get Gargoyle on him, which is, again, going to delay him. This is a really focal point and a focus point. When Barron makes it to about the, 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock time, you do want to go ahead and try to stall him with a Gargoyle or 2, as well as your Rend. So this is where you try to push him into phase 2, which is like what we just did. So now we have the minis coming at us, as well as the first Flaming Tornado. Flaming Tornado is the most annoying part of this because it could take your towers, it will kill your minis. It's just super annoying to deal with. Now, lo and behold, we are going to just, again, we're actually still pushing him. We actually push him into phase 3 here. So we didn't skip it. We burst through phase 2, and then bam, this is phase 3. So now we have 2 of the fire tornadoes on top of us. If you have enough control over the map, you can do this. Again, I fortunately had a lot of gold, and I was able to place Rend on top of that. We lost that tower. Like, there's no way that tower was being saved with the 2 tornadoes, the Baron, and all the minis he had there. Now the concern now is, can we withhold? Can we either kill him fast enough or withhold the onslaught that is coming our way? So you can see that we're just trying to chirp away, if you will, at all of these flying units. Now, thankfully, we have Harpies and 2 Drakes. That is a ton of damage for these. Now, the Harpies are going to do the most damage to these fire elementals because, again, they are magic resist. And now I go ahead and put my Gargoyle to see if I can slow down Baron once again. Now, this is I don't want to say a risky play, but this was a... yeah, it was pretty risky. I probably would have waited at least another rotation before trying to finish him, but we actually get some good damage on him. So now you can see that we are like, oh, maybe we should just kill him. I think the original plan was truly to let him get to like almost 3 o'clock, but we decided, I made the decision for us to push him at 1 o'clock or at noon. And yeah, here we go. So we just sent everything in our mom over to it. So I'm going to wait for those. You want to be careful with your Harpy so you do get at least the poison on him right there. I don't know if you guys saw that. I deliberately waited for his AoE swipe before I played my Harpies, knowing that they could all 3 get at least 1 attack of the poison on him. So between the Rends, the fire, the bleeds, the damages, we got the kill. And this was a good kill, honestly. Like, considering how bad that first run went, this was a really, really clean kill. We basically forced him from phase 1 to 3 and then burst him down before he got back to the first tower. So we basically killed him all in one cycle, which is pretty impressive, really. So we got our Valor, we got our rewards, and now we're moving on to Golemag. Now, before we get into Golemag, it's obviously going to be in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys, because I am bringing you all of the best guides for Warcraft Rumble. Now, if you found this especially helpful, make sure you download the game as well as like and subscribe, because it is totally for free, and you can do so in the link in today's video and in the description, or in the comment section, as well as in the link of today's video. Now, once again, thank you so much for Warcraft Rumble for sponsoring today's video, and I hope to see you guys in a video soon. See you later. Bye.